Hello viewers, this is Heretic Plus, and welcome back to episode 6 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and we are back in the Kakariko village, and you might notice that it is nightfall. No, Navi, shut up. You might notice that it is nightfall, but this is completely okay. I want it to be nightfall for the things that we're going to get next. There are quite a few sculptures we can get in Kakariko, which I'll show you how to get now. And you need the slingshot, and that's about it. All the ones that you can get right now, you just really need a slingshot for. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and grab the ones in the immediate village at the moment. There is one up here. See, this is like a little watchtower type thing. It leads up above the town, and there's a sculpture climbing on the ladder up there, if you can see it. So you want to shoot him with the slingshot. Like so. And then he dies. And you climb up the ladder to get it. There you go, and I'm just gonna try something, because now if you can talk to that guy, he gives you a heart piece. He gives you a heart piece. And this... However, you can't talk to him for a long time in the game until you get a certain item that lets you grapple onto things. We don't have it yet, but I heard, I'm not sure if you have to be a little bit taller to do this, but if you like sidestep, I've heard that you can like side jump, you can land. You can sometimes land on this and climb up to get it. I will experiment with that maybe later, but just, I mean, if you are following along, that's an option to get that heart piece. But for right now, we can just wait. So number 2 is up here on top of, on the back of this house. You can just kill it. You walk up and grab it. That's number 12. And grab all the money you can around the village, because that will be very useful in a few minutes to, our next destination. We'll want all the money we can have for that. So yeah, just take all your time. Come over here, bust up all of the grass and stuff like that. If you want to talk to him, that's cool. He's kind of interesting. Shoot, talk to him. Come on. Wow, he's on drugs or something. People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too. So he's basically the low life of the village. He's the bum who's all emo and stuff. Yeah, that's him. And he looks more like a... If you've played Skyrim, he looks kind of like a Falmer in my opinion. And if you haven't played... Oh, and here's number 3. And if you haven't played Skyrim... Falmer are pretty much elves that were enslaved and thrown underground for thousands of years, to the point where like they lost their eyesight and became really evil and twisted. That's basically who the Falmer are, and he looks just like that. Because as you know, Hylians are pretty much elves, you know, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. So number 4, and I believe the second to last one we can get here, the last one we can get at this particular moment, is right here up on top of this. Be careful to kill him, because you can swing your sword and he'll kind of knock you off sometimes because there's not really enough space. But you can kill him with a slingshot and just walk up. And that's number 13. So before we head into the next area, there's one more thing to do in this village. Walk up these stairs. And at the very top, you will see a gate. And this gate leads all the way up to Death Mountain. We need to go through here and up on top in order to get the Spiritual Stone of Fire, but for right now, the gate is shut, you know, so why? What's up, sir? The road is closed beyond this point, or can't you read the sign over there? Ah, oh, I see. You're just a kid, and you can't read yet. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You bastard. You know what? I've got a letter. Check it out. I don't know what it says. I can't read, but here you go. Oh, well, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Wahahaha! Oh, what kind of a funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, alright. You can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Wahahaha! He'll click his staff, or his spear, and let us go up the mountain. We're not going up yet, but this bit he tells us next is important. By the way, Mr. Hero... If you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should at least equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castle Town Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're going to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that just opened in the Hyrule Castletown market? Now, this part is very important, viewers. Everyone is talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me next time you're in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay, but, well, I have no choice. This is my job. So it's kind of sad for him, but we will indeed go and fetch him the mask that he's asking for his boy. That's such a very important side quest, actually, which I will get into in a moment. Just give me 1 second, viewers. I'm going to go and take my dog out of my room. He's kind of making some noise. He's unhappy. So I'll see you right back in a second. Okay, viewers, I'm back. Sorry for that short delay. I went and I dumped the little guy in my mom's room. So we're back on with our quest. And now we're headed over to this area here, which I did not point out before, because it wasn't really important yet, but now it's very, very important. This is the Kakariko Village Graveyard, and this area will be extremely important later in the game, but there are a lot of cool things we can get here now. So here we are, and the first thing I'm going to do in this village, or in this graveyard, anyways, it is very, very important, because... Well, it's not very, very important, but there's a heart piece we can get here with this minigame. Basically, this is the Gravekeeper. You can talk to him if you'd like. Hey, kid! Don't mess around with the graves. I'm Dampe the Gravekeeper. My face may be scary, but I'm not a bad guy. Let me give you an advertisement for my side business. Dampe the Gravekeeper's Heartpounding Gravedigging Tour. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? When I start digging, we'll find out. Do you want me to dig here? Okay, we don't want him to dig here, but this is very, very important because basically, I hope you have enough money. If we don't, I'll have to come back, but I didn't want to waste a lot of time doing that. Basically, you give him 10 rupees whenever he's at a patch of dirt like this, and there's a small chance every time he digs that there will be a heart piece inside of it, which of course, you know, we have to get all of our hearts. We're going to get in this game because I'm getting everything. So, yeah, go ahead and go up here and grab this Skulltula. There we go. He almost didn't want to go in. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it gets it right at first, you know, that we put one in there. Alright, so there we go. That should be number 14, and we'll have him go ahead and dig here. It's important to note that at times, he'll actually dig up rupees for you that can help you replenish what you lost. And always make sure that he's standing directly on top of the... See, there we got 5. Always be sure that you're standing right on top of the dirt, because if he's kind of in front of it, he sometimes won't dig into it exactly. So, and you have to be standing close to him for him to walk most of the time. This is kind of important. He's really slow and all. But hey, he's scary, but he's not such a bad guy, right? Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. No, that's good. Alright. Yes, dig here. Okay, there's 1 pitiful rupee, but I guess we almost have enough to pay for another one. If this takes too long, viewers, I'll just cut it out and cut towards the end of it. This sequence can sometimes take forever, and it sometimes can take no time at all, simply because it's completely random every time he digs. It's not set in stone. Okay, dig here. No! If it makes that sound, there was nothing in the dirt. But if we even get 1 more rupee, we can pay to dig again. Ah, 5 more. There we go. Alright, now this time. And while this is taking forever, viewers, I might as well add that I've got some great news for this LP. And here is why. I currently, in fact, just a couple of hours ago, I went online and I ordered a Nintendo GameCube along with a memory card, a certain game that I'll get into later when I plan on announcing that, But I also borrowed from a friend The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which, if you don't know, what came up? Oh, there we go. Which, if you don't know, that comes with Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Link, and I think Legend of Zelda 2, I think is the games it comes with. I don't know for sure about the two older ones. But this is very important because if you can notice, it bugs me every time, but there's a little bit of fuzziness in the picture of my LP for this game. And I'll tell you why that is. I can't control it because I'm playing on the N64. But the reason why... Oh, nice, 20 that time. The reason why this happens is because the N64 plays games in the resolution of like 250, 220. Just to put it in perspective, this means that it uses very few pixels to show your picture. So on bigger TVs, and especially the HD TVs, it looks awful because it does not have enough pictures to fill the screen. A normal, probably an average resolution now is about 1280p. That's what most monitors are for computers and stuff like that. So the N64 is kind of below on that. So when I import it to my computer, it doesn't transfer well to YouTube. But the great thing is that in this GameCube version of the game, it's the exact same game pretty much, but it plays the game naturally in 680 480p resolution. And this is awesome because my picture, as soon as I can get that going, will be about 5 times more clear than it is now, which will be awesome because, you know, I've had people comment, wow, this game looks really good for N64, and it does, but in perfect resolution it will look even better, and I can't wait to show you all that. So that's coming in the near future. Less than a week it should be. It's being shipped right now. We're almost out of money. This really sucks. So yeah, look forward to that in the future. Okay. Well, viewers, I will see you back when I finally get this little sequence done. I need some money. I'm out of cash. Okay, guys, so we are back at the Kakariko Graveyard. If you want to know how I got the money, it just took like 5 or 10 minutes. I just went over to Hyrule Market Town and broke pots in that room by the gatehouse. That's basically what I did. It didn't take very long. So we're here with our maxed out wallet of 200. That adult's wallet is very useful when it comes to buying things in this game, which we don't have to do a lot, but when we do, it comes in handy quite a bit. So hopefully we can grab this Skulltula fairly soon. There are a few other things we're going to do here as well, though. For example, the guard who was up by the gate, he mentioned that we should try and get a better shield. The reason being is that Death Mountain is an active volcano. There's lots of magma, embers in the air, fire, stuff like that, and our wooden shield will catch on fire easily and burn up and die, which is completely likely. It does happen in this game. And if it does happen, if your shield catches on fire, you have to get a new one. So he's saying, you know, like, go and get a metal shield, you know, something that won't burn up. And that's exactly what we're about to do. Oh! First try! Awesome! There we go. So we got the heart piece. Yes, sometimes it can take forever. Sometimes you get it first try. So there you go. And we have 15 Skulltulas. Nice. 15% of them in the game. So there are 3 ways to get this shield. The special shield. The first one, well, I guess there's 2.5 ways. The first way is to that guard. There's a shop in Hyrule that sells it for 80 rupees. However, the second and a half way, I guess, is since you talk to the guard first, we really can tell the shopkeeper that the guard sent us, and he'll give us a 30 rupee discount, so he'll only sell it for 50 rupees, only 10 more than our own shield cost us, which is pretty awesome. Or the third way, which is the best way, in my opinion, which is for free. So there's this grave up near the front. It has flowers in front of it. If you pull it back, this can only be done at night. During the day, it won't work. I'll show you that later in the game, why it doesn't work. So you pull it aside, and the hole opens up, and you fall down, and there is a treasure chest. So we open it up. What could be inside? Ba-da-ba-bum! And we got a Hylian shield. So this shield is the iconic Link shield in my opinion. It's made of metal, it's a lot stronger, and it has an interesting feature, which I'll show you now. The shield is too big for us. So when we block, we can just kind of crouch down, because it's literally too heavy for us to carry in our arms, etc. So, yeah, I'm not going to use it yet. In my opinion, when you're a kid, there's more uses for the Deku shield than that one. But, yeah, this behind is, we can get through this later. You need a special exploding object to blow that aside. There's nothing truly important behind there, but there is something cool that I might show you later. So that's aside. If you come back out, of course, it goes away. Our next stop in the graveyard is up here near this, and this is very, very important, as you can see. The crest of the royal family is inscribed here. Yeah, because this is the royal family's tomb of Hyrule. This is where they get buried, is in this graveyard. So, if you come up here and you play Zelda's Lullaby, something pretty interesting will happen. Pretty crazy. An interesting cutscene here too, I might add. What's that? Huh? Lightning? And then all of a sudden, what's going on? Lightning, electric, boom! And it strikes it with power, blows it up, and we can now enter into the tomb, which we will get a very important little collectible inside this tomb, might I add. So we're gonna go ahead and fall inside. I think it's funny that the gravekeeper's right over there, and he's not really upset by us doing this. So inside there are a couple of special enemies. They're called Keese. They're basically bats. Try and take them out when they're still perched, because they're a lot more annoying once they've taken flight. But there's a couple in the room. I think that's one. Yep. Okay, yeah, so that's that. That will open up. These torches here we can't do anything with yet, but I'll show you that later. That's a pretty nice thing we can get to do. So, bones over here, which we can check, I believe. Right? Maybe we can't. This we can. Those who break into the royal tomb will be obstructed by the lurkers in the dark. So he says, like, grave robbers or whatever will be taken out by monsters, which we will very soon see. And they're in here. Can't really see them. You hear that sound? There's one. The brown thing. Those are called redeads. They're basically zombies. You don't want to get close to them, because this will happen. They will freeze you when they scream. And then they'll jump on you and hurt you. You can't do anything like that. It's pretty bad. So try and avoid them if you can. You come to this room here in the back of the tomb, where there's this little wall. So let's check it out. What is this? This poem is dedicated to the members of the dearly departed members... What? Oh, the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's a song! It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. Keep the sun song in your heart. Interesting. We have an ocarina. Sweet! No meth face this time, but you'll notice it became day, or at least day-ish. The sun song is a very, very useful song in this game. You don't need it in the game, but it's very nice. This sounds really cool. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with a sun song. You play it, and it can change it from night to day or day to night. This can make things that require time sequences go a lot faster, but it has another purpose too, which I'll show you right now. when you come across undead, you can do this. Like the poem said, bring them calm with the sun song. It will actually freeze them in place. Not forever, but for a decent amount of time. So whenever you come across them, you can smack them. You know. Which, they take a lot of hits right now. We're not very strong. But yeah, that's just a really useful way to get around them, avoid them, etc. It's just to beat the tar out of them like that. So that's all we can do in here at the moment. Once we can do something with those torches, I'll show you what's next. But for now, that's it. So we'll go ahead and exit. That song is very, very useful. And might I add, now that we have that song, something very, very important. You can't talk to Dampe if you use the sun song to get here. If you use the sun song to make it night, Dampe will not be in the graveyard. The reason being is that because the in-game time is set so that the sun song makes it a certain time at night, and that time is after he closes down. So you have to go by natural means. But for right now, we have one more thing to do at night, which I wanted the sun song particularly for. So we're gonna make it night again. Here we go. So we're in the graveyard at night. And I believe it's this one here. If you pull, it's not marked. But if you pull it back, there's a hole in the ground, like this. Like all the other ones. It's the second one to the right. If you're facing up towards the grave, you fall inside, and there's a re-dead. Okay, and I hate re-deads personally. One of my least favorite enemies in this game. But luckily, now that we have the sun song, he's a lot less obnoxious than he would have been otherwise. Pull out our DQ sticks and beat the tar out of him. Oh crap, crap. No! That's what he'll do. He'll jump on you, and he does a lot of damage. He'll do like 2 hearts apiece, and you cannot defend anything if you're frozen. So, let's do it again. And this time we'll do a jumping slash with the stick. It's really useful if you grab the upgraded stick capacity, because if you use DQ sticks for offense, you do tend to run out a lot faster. But if you kill him, something very useful will happen. Hey. Interesting. This is kind of embarrassing. Something is supposed to happen in here. A chest is supposed to... Okay, there we go. The sun song does it again. So you play the sun song, and this chest pops up out of nowhere for killing the re-dead. And inside, I believe, is another heart piece. Am I right? Am I right? Ba-da-ba-bum! You got a piece of heart, so that's 2. Closer to our 6th. I think we'll have 7 by our next dungeon, which will be really nice. So yeah, now that, I guess I'll show you a couple more things. Firstly, up here, there are these graves. You can look at them. These are actually where the composer brothers, who of course wrote the song, are dead. And if you look at their graves, they will pop out. And these are Poes. Now these are special Poes, but Poes are basically floating ghosties, like so. Every grave in here that doesn't have something underneath it, all of them will have a Poe pop out. Those ones are just normal. But these ones are a little bit special, a little bit more powerful, etc. But they can float through walls. When they're invisible, you cannot hurt them. Crap, hit him. No, hit him. You can't hurt them when they're invisible. I didn't know we could block with this, actually. That's kind of cool. There we go. They're not too hard to kill. They die, and they drop these little soul-y thingies. So you can talk to it. Gah! You killed me! Huh? Oh, it's you. Did you try and play the sun song? Like I told you before, with that song, you can turn day to night or night to day whenever you want. When you're in darkness, that song should bring the sun's light to you. You should try it. Yeah, so there you go. Normal post souls, you can actually catch in bottles, and they can either heal you or hurt you. And there's also someone later on that we can sell them to for money and such like that. But, yeah, we can talk to the other one too if we want to, but that's not really important. So, that's all we have to do right now in Kakariko. So we're going to go make our next stop. And our next stop is back in Hyrule Market. For a little bit of a side quest. Okay, viewers, so I'm back in Hyrule Market Town, and this shop before, I didn't show you it originally, but this is the Happy Mask shop, which was not open yet when we were here before, but talking to the guard by the gate triggers its activation, so let's go inside. And here we are. You can read the sign if you want. The Happy Mask shop, please read the sign before you use the shop. How the shop works. We do not sell masks at the shop, we just lend them to you. You sell them on your own. You then pay back the money for the mask and we will lend you a newer model. You can borrow masks you have already sold again, however you can sell each model of a mask only once. So that's it. Basically, we can take the masks from this guy. Wow, he's kind of scary. Hi! Welcome to the Happy Mask shop. We deal in masks that bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be a happiness salesman? I'll lend you a mask, you sell the mask, and bring the money back to here. If you want to read the fine print, take a look at the sign right over there. Yeah, basically, that's what we just read. When we sell it, we will become happy ourselves. Have faith. So, we can borrow the first mask. And yes, if you're wondering, we can indeed put the mask on. So this is the Keaton mask, the first one we can get, which sells for 10 rupees. I swear this is Pikachu, but that's cool because Pikachu is freaking awesome. And this is the popular mask that the gate man wanted for his son, so in Kakariko, so we're gonna head there next. But that is all the time I have for this particular episode, viewers. Thank you so much for watching. This has probably been the most productive episode so far of the series. We did so much stuff. So yeah, tune in next time where we'll start out this side quest. We cannot do all of it yet, I don't believe, but we can do a good deal of it. And I'll see you next time. This is Heretic Plus, signing out. See you later, guys.